So yesterday I mentioned Reb Chaim Druckmann, who passed away this last Sunday, Zichrono Livracha. He was a huge rabbi in Israel. He was the head of the Tzionut Datit. A lot of political decisions went through him. He was also a member of the Knesset twice. Really a huge rabbi. A lot of people went to his funeral. He also was my sandak, so I feel like very personal connection. And I said this coming days, weeks, I'm going to try to bring some of his Torah, some of his sayings on the Parshat Shavua. He was really famous about his loving all of Israel. Like, no matter what, no matter who, he loves everyone. So what I'm going to say today, really, I heard from him, and it's also connected to that. So we spoke yesterday about one meeting that we have in our Parsha between Yosef and Yaakov, his father, a very emotional meeting. We spoke about what exactly happening there. If you weren't here, I'm sorry. Today we're going to speak about the meeting of Yosef and Binyamin, his brother. And the verse says that both of them cried when they saw each other. Not like Yaakov, who didn't cry, but we explained that yesterday. So they both cried. And Rashi explained, it says like they cried twice. So he says, Yosef cried twice on two mikdashim, temples that are going to be in Binyamin's Nachala, and then going to be ruined. And Binyamin cried on the Mishkan that was in Yosef territory and also got ruined. And Rav Druckmann asking very interesting question, like, why do you need to say that, Rashi? I mean, two brothers meeting each other after so many years. There is even a midrash that says among their conversation, Rashi bring that midrash also, Binyamin tells Yosef, you know what, I have 10 children, each one of them I named after you, of missing you, and I'm sorry you weren't in my life. Like, there was really such a deep connection between these two guys, and they're crying because they see each other from happiness. Why do you need to go to the Batei Mikdash to give us like a weird explanation? I mean, it not sound so natural. So Rav Druckmann tried to explain that they cried not about, of course they cried about the Mikdashim that got ruined, but what was the reason they got ruined from? Like, what was the reason that created the ruining of the temple? And we know that Sinat Chinam. We speak a lot about that in Tisha B'Av around this time. But Sinat Chinam, hatred between brothers, that was the reason who created the ruin of the temples. Which, by the way, of course, we know what was the reason from the beginning. Yosef found himself in Egypt, right? The brothers have troubles between themselves, and they sent Yosef. They wanted to kill him, but they sent him eventually to Mitzrayim. So that's the thing they cried on. They cried on the fact they know in like prophecy or something, it's not was the last time that brothers going to fight among each other. It's going to happen in the future. So he learned from that. I remember him saying, and I want to bless us all, that we will be smart enough to remember not to fight among each other. And if we don't agree on something, to find a way to discuss about that. And it's very fit, so exactly 5-6 hours ago, the new government in Israel got sworn to the government. Officially, it started over all these 3 years of 5 elections. After us, hopefully, for 4 years, we're going to have a stable government. No fights. And what? No fights. No. So, how to fight? That's the key. Hopefully, for 4 years, we're going to see the fights with respect to each other, with knowing to respect each other and give whatever it's. Yes.